Good morning and welcome to the Stahls TV Morning Show. I'm Courtney.
I'm Jenna.
And today, as always, we have an exciting episode. We hope everybody had a great weekend. You're ready to kick off your Monday with us here at the Morning Show. And today's episode, the main topic we're going to be talking about, you probably guessed it looking at the table in front of us, is accessories. And so it's something we really don't dive into too deeply on the Morning Show. We talk about it here or there. But, there's a lot of opportunities for really expanding outside of your normal t-shirts and sweatshirts and jackets, regardless of the market you sell to, whether it's school and spirit wear, whether it's just custom apparel or selling to the corporate business world. There's a lot of opportunity, and we're going to talk about not only how to print these items and how to sell them, but how to price them and package them together to make the most opportunity as well. And so we got a pretty good episode for you guys today. The first thing I want to kick it off with is our look of the week. And so we mentioned this last week. This is an opportunity for you guys to share your looks with us, either through email, Instagram, Facebook. We love to see what other decorators create. We create a lot of things, obviously, here at the Stahls TV studio, but really being able to see and gain inspiration and share things like this. We really appreciate the opportunity where decorators share this type of thing. So we have two looks that actually came from the Stahls Facebook page this week. So the first look that we're looking at is actually perfect, I think, for this episode talking about accessories, but it features a look on a variety of different pillows using foil, using the CAD-CUT adhesive and some of the new foil colors, so the rainbow, the leopard. Stahls just recently launched a whole range of new foil colors, so this really leveraged those along with the patterns, and then of course glitter flake. Everybody loves CAD-CUT glitter flake, and so it's such a popular trend to put this on items for maybe a girl's room, or if you're really selling to this children's or boutique-y type market, this is a perfect look.
Yeah, and I really like the craftiness that went into it. Looks like she made the pillows here and then was able to personalize them, so I really like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I would imagine that she probably, printed those outside sleeves with her heat press, inserted the inserts, and we'll have some videos coming up soon on Stahls TV that'll talk about personalizing pillows if this is something that you're thinking about getting into for a different accessory for your markets. And then the second look that I wanted to share, I couldn't help but choose two of these because they were so very different and so great. And this one features sublimated twill for the patterned part you're seeing on the inside of the LB, and then CAD-CUT flock on the outside to kind of encapsulate the whole thing, so it's all heat pressed and staying down to the garment. So this created a really unique look, and so with white poly twill and sublimation paper or sublimation transfers, you're able to actually get these full color patterns and prints, and this really just leads to what we're seeing a lot with patterns and printing, with people wanting to put custom patterns into designs, whether they're sublimating glitter flake or twill or just using printed vinyl. It's just a really popular trend right now. I also love that he added CAD-CUT flock to the pocket. We talk so much about adding additional placements, and that really changes the look of the garment. It's not just a standard hoodie, and now it's got that extra placement that kind of takes your eye down to the bottom of the pocket as well.
Yeah, and what's great about this look is you typically use embroidery for twill. So being able to utilize the flock here, if you don't have an embroidery machine or you don't want to have to tie up your embroidery machine, being able to use that to keep it on the shirt.
Yeah, absolutely. So create some unique finishes and different colors. Hopefully both of those, regardless of the market you're looking to reach, help give you some inspiration on thinking about ways to mix patterns with bling materials or patterns with flock and just create some cool prints. So if you have looks you want to share with us, we'd obviously love to see them. So you can send them to us by email at tv@stahls.com. Yeah, tv@stahls.com. You can share them at our Instagram page, which is just @StahllsTV. If you don't follow us there, tag us in your photos. We'd love to see those. And then also on our Stahls Facebook page, which is where the last two came from. So if you follow Stahls All Things Heat Printing on Facebook, every Saturday they do a show and tell, which allows you to essentially show your products, tell us what you made it or how you made it. And so we pull looks from there as well. So you never know, you may be featured on an upcoming morning show or on our Instagram or Facebook page with those different images and those things that you're working on in your shop. So.
Yeah, and now that we're on the topic of inspiration and things like that, before we start off the show, we want to show you part 2 of our 8-part series, How to Improve Your Brand. So we have a short video of Zach Ellsworth introducing today's tip that will focus on consistency and general branding and things like that. So here's a quick video.
Welcome to the second installment of 8 Ways to Improve Your Brand. Here at Stahls TV, we have a mission to make our customers more successful. And that's exactly what we're focusing on here in this second segment. Having a good mission statement for your company. And there are a number of reasons why having a good mission statement is important. The first one is a good mission statement determines your company's direction. It basically serves as the North Star or the compass for your company. It tells your employees where you're going. Second, it focuses the future. It aligns your staff around a common mission. It allows you to point in a particular direction and tell everybody where you're going and why you're going there. Third, a good mission statement acts as a filter for your decision making. Should I invest in this particular technology, or should I advertise in this particular way? Does it fit the mission statement? A good mission statement acts as a filter for all of your decision making in business. It also welcomes helpful change. If a change is needed in your company, if you're already a growing business and you seem to hit a wall and you need to make some changes, whether that's with employees or whether it's with policies, if it's focused around a good mission statement, it gives your employees something to look to and it makes change possible, especially when it's helpful change. It also helps shape your strategy. So let's look at a few examples of good mission statements to where you have an idea of what your mission statement could look like. First, we're going to look at a company that all of you probably know and may be on all of your smartphones, and that's Twitter. So Twitter's mission statement is to give everyone the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. I would say that Twitter has done a really good job of sticking to that mission statement with the decisions that they make and the improvements that they launch to their app. They are allowing people to share information and ideas freely on a daily basis. Second, let's look at Warby Parker. Warby Parker is an eyewear company, and their mission statement is Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and a lofty objective to offer designer eyewear at a revolutionary price while leading the way for socially conscious businesses. So when Warby Parker is making decisions about which eyewear to offer, they have to ask themselves, can I offer it at a revolutionary price? And is it designer eyewear? This is a guiding statement for them in their product choices and what they offer to their customers and the prices that they offer them at. And let's look at one more. This one is Google's mission statement. It's Google says their mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Again, I think Google has done a great job of this, and as you look at the companies that Google acquires and the technologies that they build, it is all built around this mission statement. So the question becomes, if you don't have a mission statement already, or maybe you would like to rework yours, how do you craft or rework your mission statement? A good way to start is by answering these 4 questions. First, in your mission statement, you should answer the question, what do we do? What does your company actually do? Secondly, we have to answer the question, how do we do it? In what way? Is it a socially responsible way? Is it in a quick way? Is it in an inexpensive way? Find out what words make sense for your business and how you do what you do. Third, you have to answer the question, whom do we do it for? Who are your customers? Who are you trying to reach? And lastly, you have to answer the question in your mission statement, what value are you bringing? What value do you bring your customers? What value do you bring your community if that's where your focus is? If you can answer those 4 questions in a mission statement, you're off to a great start. As you take on the challenge of creating a mission statement for your company, we'd love for you to share it with us at the Stahls TV forums. Visit us at stahlstv.com/forums. Look forward to seeing you next week for part 3 of our series on ways to elevate your brand.
We appreciate Zach sharing that second tip in our 8-part series. I'm really starting to love this series and what we're sharing. Just information a little bit every week to help you improve your brand. And so that one focused a lot on the mission statement and things that people can do to really make decisions better and really just elevate your brand by having a strong mission. It helps to set your corporate culture. It helps to allow you to make decisions moving forward on what products to bring on and all kinds of stuff like that. And so there's a lot of great information there from Zach. So I think it's time to kick off our actual episode today, our main topic, which is going to be accessories. And so the basic idea of this is just to start thinking outside of what we're normally printing. Is there an opportunity for me to print additional items very inexpensively to increase a package price? Is there, should I be expanding my product line? Maybe my current customer base is one that would be perfect for customized bags or customized shoes, and I'm not offering that today. I'm just offering the t-shirts and the jackets. We think about a lot of things we share on the morning show. We don't want to continue to just maintain what we're doing well in our business. We want to look for opportunities to grow, and a lot of the time that includes additional products or different opportunities like we're going to show you here today. So accessories come in a wide range of items. We don't even have probably half of what you can do with accessories here. There's probably 30 different styles of bags you could print if you wanted to print bags, and that's why sole businesses have been built creating bags and shoes and hats and things like that, and nothing else but that. So we're going to look at some different styles. Obviously, bags to me are kind of the most popular accessory that we see people either print or opportunities to print. There's so many different styles. The cinch bag that I have here is a really good opportunity for sports teams or tournaments or anything like that where you're printing. They're usually very inexpensive to get. This one is from Sanmar. So Sanmar is a good distributor that sells a lot of different styles of bags, as well as S&S Activewear, and a lot of main suppliers that kind of offer your full range of different products. So this one would be a cinch bag. Another opportunity I have next to us here would be kind of like what we see a lot in companies that have made whole businesses by being personalizing companies for bags. And so this would be a monogram that was actually printed on a print and cut machine and personalized onto just a standard canvas tote bag. And there's products that really stick to any type of bag. So we have nylon, polyester, cotton, leather is another popular one we see a lot in the bag market, especially when you get into these trendier styles with monogramming. And so we see a lot of opportunity with personalizing bags as one of the opportunities for accessories. Another one that we see is one of my favorites is shoes. So we see a lot of people personalizing shoes for different markets, whether it's sports teams like the cleats we have over there with a number on them, or just simply personalizing them with a monogram or a name or a saying with just standard canvas shoes.
Yeah, and what's great about adding accessories into your shop is just being really able to increase the profit in yourselves and really making it look to your customers like you are a one-stop shop and they can come to you for just about anything. So even if you are packaging something, so if you're doing a football team, you're doing their game day jerseys and you package customizing cleats for them, they'll know that you do that and more people will come seeing that you do it.
Yeah, so being able to package those cleats that are personalized with a jersey, these maybe with a t-shirt. Hats are another big opportunity. We see a lot of people pairing hats with other items that they sell, whether it's jackets or t-shirts, baseball team uniforms once we get into the spring season. Far on the corner here, Jen, in front of you actually have a stadium seat. And so when we start to think of spirit wear, I know we've talked a lot about spirit wear the last few weeks on the morning show, but you think about ways to increase sales or offer incentives to people, and this is an inexpensive item to print. A lot of people take those stadium seats in and out of the stadiums and use them during football season. So it may be something as simple as saying, order your full package, your t-shirt, your sweatshirt, your pants with us, and we'll give you a free stadium seat to wear to the game. And so you're able to get them to buy multiple items, or they may have just bought that t-shirt or that hoodie because you're offering a free item that was very inexpensive and easy for you to print. That one was just personalized with fashion foam electric and a vinyl cutter. So you could do vinyl cutter with your heat transfer vinyl. You could do screen printed transfer if you're printing a lot of them, which makes a really inexpensive way to print items. Another thing for spirit wear that we showed, I think on a previous morning show, but just thinking about packaging, would be these arm sleeves here. These are just a standard sweater material, so they're just a cotton base, so anything will stick to them. We chose glitter flake since it was for a female market, but being able to add some personalized arm sleeves or socks or something like this to the package to be able to just upsell it a little bit more and get a higher commanding price. And it doesn't really just stop with, I think, sports and spirit wear and obviously markets that we talk to a lot of decorators that print into, but even promotional products and events, all of that allows for more opportunities as well.
Yeah, and we actually have an iPad case here, don't we, customized?
I think it fell off the
Or
table.
no, yeah. So we have a towel here just to kind of customize for even people that are going on golfing events and things like that, just to really up the promotional product.
Yeah, so instead of just giving them that t-shirt they asked for and maybe offering a towel. And I'll talk a little bit about pricing, but something as simple as saying, giving an extra towel to maybe the winner or some, to the person who is running the event. So it's like a thank you with an extra transfer that you may have. That was printed with a screen printed transfer, but when you order screen printed transfers, usually you can get a quantity break at X quantity. So if you know you need a certain number, and if you increase your sheet count by 10 sheets, usually Transfer Express, if you're ordering directly from their EasyView designer, it'll give you a guide that says you currently have this many sheets. Actually, if you happen to order 10 more that you don't technically need, you're actually going to save $20 because your sheet costs will go down. So by doing that, I would do that, order the extra 10 sheets, and then find inexpensive items I can print for gifts or for extra items to throw into the packages to be able to get a little bit more bang for my buck. You're already saving money by ordering more sheets. Now use those sheets for something else.
Yeah, and just to add on more for add-on sales, a lot of people don't expect it, but bows are a huge opportunity, not just for cheerleaders and dancers, but for boutiques and just fan wear in general. So a lot of people don't expect it. I actually remember being in Fort Worth last year, and I was talking with a customer, and I was telling him a little bit about the bows and how they were made and things, and he was just like, I just don't see myself offering that at my shop. It's a little different. And once I told him the profit, he was like, oh man, how do I get started? So it's not something that you would think about, but there are a lot of stores out there that that's all they do. You go on Etsy, and then people are also adding it to an accessory for people who are doing strictly cheerleading clothing and dancing clothing. But being able to create one of these, it's just as easy as going to one of your local craft stores and picking up all the accessories such as the ribbon and the hair ties and things like that, and of course your glitter flake to customize with. It costs like $3 to $4 to make a bow like this, and around $2 to $3 for a bow like this, and the profit on it is tremendous. So you see, depending on who you're selling to and what people will pay for, you're seeing this going anywhere between $20 to $25, and this anywhere from $10 to $15.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of opportunity with the hair bows. We talk to a lot of customers specifically that do it with the glitter flake. It presents a big opportunity. We see a big opportunity for sublimation, whether it's sublimated glitter flake like you have there, or just full color sublimation on the polyester ribbon that you're purchasing from somewhere like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. But the cool thing about these types of bows, obviously, is the profit opportunity. And so we see people that have created whole businesses out of this. But we've seen people that also just use these as an add-on sale. So they simply add them to their cheer t-shirts or their dance t-shirts or their fan wear stuff. They're just using this as an additional item. We see a lot of it in children's apparel, which is a really, really growing market as people are starting to have a lot of personalized and monogrammed children's apparel. So that's another big opportunity. And it goes as far as full customization with the glitter like you see with the Spirit hair bows, and it goes as simple as just adding a small monogram or something to the hair bow that you've already made. And so it's incredibly profitable and easy to do.
Absolutely.
Great. So those are some opportunities for hair bows. And so we've talked a little bit about pricing for the bows, but it's something we always really get questions about at Stahls TV. How do I price these types of things? And I think it really depends on your customer base and how you're structuring this to add to your product line. So I see a few different opportunities. Obviously, if you're going to be adding this as a specific product line, or you've decided that you want to make your business all about handbags, and that's what you're going to do very well, then to me that falls under the same pricing strategy that we see with retail and wholesale. Just so if I was just a t-shirt shop, my pricing strategy is this. For retail, maybe it's a 200% markup, where you're obviously taking your cost and doubling it to get to your selling price. Which is a popular technique that people use for pricing. Another pricing strategy, which I think we've covered on the morning show here before, is to use profit per piece, where you're willing to say, I'm not willing to take a job unless I make X amount of profit on each piece. If that's the case, then you set your pricing that way. But if you're using this as one product line or one whole part of my business, then I would price it the same way I do my t-shirts and stuff as far as my profit strategy. If I'm going the other direction, which we focus on a lot here and I think is very smart, is packaging.
Right. So
leveraging these accessories, this extra material you have, these extra transfers, and packaging them together so that you can command a higher price for the package or add more value into it. If you're going to follow that rate, then you may need to take a lesser profit for that specific item. And so this hat I may not make as much profit on because I've packaged it with the team jersey and the pants and everything to put together my team uniform look. But what I will be getting when I get to that point is a higher price from the customer, because they may have in the past just bought that small jersey and the pants and not actually bought the full package. It was a higher price because they saw the extra value. So I think with that point, you would just be trying to build value into the package and offering discounts for the additional items that are in there. And then the third way that I actually like to use these items, because we see it a lot in the promotional product industry with koozies and very inexpensive bags, would be to take extra material, extra transfers, inexpensive items, and use them as part of your marketing strategy. So if you land a new customer, or if you want to thank a repeat customer, by giving them an extra item. So as a thank you, here's an extra towel, or here's an extra bag. We really appreciate your business, and using that cost just as part of your marketing strategy.
Right, and I think thank you gifts is just a really great way to get remembered. It puts your business name out there and just saying, hey, thank you, I appreciate your business, here's this, just like thanking them, and it just puts you out there as like very professional and respectable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they'll want to come back.
Yeah, so that's a great way to use these items. You've already got the equipment and the tools that you need to print this stuff. You just need to basically leverage it and find opportunities there. So I think we wanted to show a little bit about how to print these items. So if you're not currently doing accessories today, we're going to head over to the heat press, because we want to really dial in and show a little bit about how to print some different items as bags and different styles, and what tools you'll need for that. So let's head over to the heat press. Do a little bit of hands-on, because I know we can talk about how to print these items, but if we don't really show you, sometimes it's hard to really understand what you would need to be successful in this. So we've told you pricing, we've told you some opportunities, but obviously it's important to know how to print it as well. So what I've done here in the Fusion heat press is I took out my 16 by 20 platen, and I've first loaded in a small interchangeable platen. And so we often see when people decorate for different markets like this, interchangeable platens are a heat press like the Fusion that's completely open, threadable, and very narrow underneath. You can kind of see that when I take out the platen, how small this base is under here. This, as you're looking to expand for heat presses and you want to print a lot of accessories, if you don't have this style, is incredibly important, because it just opens you up to a lot of versatility in printing different things. So for example, if I'm printing a laptop bag that has a lot of, this would be great for corporate customers, so I have a lot of buckles and seams and Velcro in the way. Using this small platen, I can simply load on my bag here, and then I've got a nice flat print area, so everything I was worried about before, the zippers, the pockets, everything falls below. And so that's one of the big benefits of having interchangeable platens. The 6 by 10 for me is a really great versatile size for just printing different bags and accessories. Another popular size is this 4 by 4, so that allows you to print really, really small print locations, maybe on a duffel bag that has a pocket, or different locations like that. So those are some good sizes there. Now another example I want to show you is for those of you that maybe don't have interchangeable platens, or if you're just getting into very difficult items that don't fit over the thickness of what you have here for your heat press. We have pillows and pads that you can actually use to insert inside the item. So the heat printing pillows come in a variety of sizes, as do the pads. Now for me, if I'm looking at an example like this cooler bag, which is another great opportunity for promotional products or corporate customers, this bag has a lot of challenges as far as this is all heat sensitive insulation here. I've got to worry about this burning. All I want to do is get to this little pocket and print this location and keep the heat away from the inside. Now the problem with this is, even though I can get the small 4 by 4 platen, there's no way for me to actually load this on, because I'm not getting enough clearance between this pocket and the bag and what I need to get clearance for here on the heat press. So for something like this, what I would do is I would take a Print Perfect pad, I would cut it to size to the pocket. They don't like when I cut up them here, so I'm going to not cut this one today, but they even sell larger sizes, so if you want to get a large sheet size and cut them down, and then take your cut piece, load it right into your pocket, fit that to the size of your transfer. This thickness of this pad is going to help to protect the insulation on the inside of the bag, and then I'm able to get a nice flat print area because it raises up my print location there. Of course, anytime you add pads or pillows, you want to adjust your pressure on your heat press for the difference there. So that helps to give you guys some ideas and tips for the bags and being able to print them, pads, accessories, pillows, all of that stuff will help set your business up for success. And so personalizing is incredibly easy.
Right.
Using vinyl cutters, using heat presses, using even screen printed transfers, it's easy to print all of these items. And so we want to show one more example, I think, with the hair bow. I'm going to actually take out this smaller platen so we can drop in the larger size. The 16 by 20. I'll lock it in there for you. And so this would be an example of when we talked about the spirit bows. Having the ability to personalize bows either on demand on an event. We see a lot of opportunity for selling customized bows at events. So being able to personalize them just by having them pre-tied at your cheer dance events, and then adding some quick personalization with a vinyl cutter and your heat press. So if you want to lock that down there, we're just holding the hair bow in place.
And this also makes it really easy for people who don't want to get into making the bow. So if they just want to buy a blank one and just personalize the tail, it makes it super easy for that.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity as well. So if you're not crafty like myself here, Jenna is the crafty one at our studio. When it comes to tying hair bows and stuff, if it's not your market, but you want to be able to sell these to maybe children's apparel or spirit wear, then you could easily do that by customizing them just very quickly with a vinyl cutter and the heat press.
Absolutely.
Great. So I think we have a pretty good episode here. I think we're running over our time limit, so we'll get ready to close it up. Before we head out next week, we're going to talk about some opportunities with full color printing and just sharing some trends that we're seeing there, as well as ways to do it well, because that's obviously something that we always see with trends. We even saw that in our look of the week this week. And so Josh will be back next week, and he'll be here to share some tips there with you guys for that. Thanks for watching.